Well, today, everybody, is the Feast of St. Clare. Now, as many of you may know, St. Clare lived in the 13th century in Assisi, and as a young girl, she, in her desire to follow Jesus Christ, give her whole life to Christ, she went after Francis of Assisi, who was making waves in the little town of Assisi with his little band of brothers who were trying to lead a poor life following Jesus. So Clare escaped from her house. She came from a noble family in Assisi. She escaped one night and fled to outside the gates of Assisi to the place where Francis and his brothers were hanging out, and said she wanted to follow him too, as he followed Christ. So in noble houses in Assisi, in well-established houses, there were always two doors. One was the door that everybody used for things you use a door for, coming in, going out. But then there was another door called the Door of the Dead. And the only thing that door was used for was to bring the corpse of somebody who died out of the house. Very symbolically, Clare left her home through the Door of the Dead because she was giving up her life to follow Jesus. She was dying to the world so she could follow Christ. Now, some of you may know that in our Diocese of Richmond, we have 3 communities of cloistered women. One of them are the daughters of St. Clare, the poor Clares, and they live right in our area of Gloucester over in Barhamsville. And so someday soon, what I would like to do, maybe I shouldn't say this because, well, it would be nice to take a little field trip over there, and visit the Poor Clare Monastery there. I was in the summer before I was ordained a priest, was the first time that I visited Assisi. And of course, most people were excited to visit Assisi because of St. Francis, as I was too. But to my surprise, the person I became close to in Assisi was Clare more than Francis. So I've always had a great devotion to her. And she is one of the 3 patrons of my priesthood. If you would like to find out more about St. Clare, come to Mass tonight when we celebrate the Feast of St. Clare at Mass, 6:30 tonight, Wednesday night. And so what's going on at at St. Therese? At St. Therese this week, Thursday night, Jennifer and Sean Roberts are hosting a litanic at their home. If you would like to come to the litanic, where we have Mass in someone's home and then we all have food and have a good time, check out the bulletin where you can find the Roberts phone number, and you can call them for directions and let them know you're coming. And also, too, this coming weekend is not just any Sunday, it was the Feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Mother, because that's one of the dogmas of our faith, that because of her unique role in the story of salvation history as a mother of Jesus, when Mary was assumed body and soul into heaven, which is a prefiguring of our destiny as Christians too, as we follow Christ. So peace be with you all, and amen.